Science with Verity. Plants and animals need nitrogen to make proteins and nucleic acids. The atmosphere is made up of around 78% nitrogen, but in its gaseous form, macrocellular organisms like plants and animals need bacteria to convert it into compounds. The nitrogen cycle shows how nitrogen is converted into usable compounds and then passed between living organisms and the abiotic environment around them. The cycle does involve food chains, where nitrogen is passed from organism to organism via consumption, as well as 4 different processes which involve bacteria. These are nitrogen fixation, ammonification, nitrification, and denitrification. The first stage is nitrogen fixation. This is when nitrogen gas in the atmosphere is turned into ammonia by bacteria, allowing plants to take it in. The bacteria called rhizobium is found inside root nodules which grow on leguminous plants. This bacteria forms a mutualistic relationship with the plant. The bacteria provides the plant with nitrogen compounds, and the plant provides the bacteria with carbohydrates. Ammonification occurs when nitrogen compounds from dead organisms are turned into ammonium compounds by saprobiotic organisms. This is not the only source which ammonium compounds are released from. Others include animal urine and feces, which are also broken down by decomposers. Nitrification happens when ammonium compounds are changed into nitrogen compounds, which are then used by plants. Nitrifying bacteria, known as nitrosomonas, change the ammonium compound into nitrites, and other nitrifying bacteria called nitrobacter then change the nitrites into nitrates, which the plants absorb. Denitrification means that nitrates in the soil are converted into nitrogen gas by denitrifying bacteria. They use nitrates in the soil to carry out respiration. This produces nitrogen gas, which is released back into the atmosphere. This happens in anaerobic conditions where there is no oxygen, and most often there is a lot of water. Leaching occurs when excess fertilizers are washed from the fields into nearby watercourses like ponds and rivers. If nitrogen fertilizers are washed into waterways, then this can cause eutrophication. Eutrophication is a process which usually leads to the death of aquatic organisms via the lack of oxygen in the water. Nitrates are leached from fertilized fields, and these stimulate the growth of algae in ponds and rivers. Large amounts of algae form an algal bloom, blocking light from reaching the plants which live at the bottom of the watercourse. The plants die due to their inability to photosynthesize, and then are decayed by bacteria. These bacteria are able to reproduce rapidly, causing an increase in numbers. The oxygen concentration is decreased because of the increased aerobic respiration carried out by the large amount of bacteria. This means that fish and other aquatic organisms die because there isn't enough dissolved oxygen in the water. So, to sum up, the nitrogen cycle is a process in which nitrogen compounds pass between living organisms and their environment. It has 4 main stages: nitrogen fixing, ammonification, nitrification, and denitrification. These stages see the movement of nitrogen aided by various types of bacteria. Parts of the nitrogen cycle can be carried out artificially, such as the Haber process, converting atmospheric nitrogen to ammonia for use in fertilizers. Leaching occurs when excess fertilizers are washed into watercourses and cause eutrophication, a process where an algal bloom causes the death of larger aquatic organisms because of a lack of oxygen in the water. Thank you for watching. Science with Verity.